Good morning. Welcome on the C.H.A.B.I.S YouTube channel. Let's have a cup of tea and talk about things. Mainly that channel splitting thing. Oh yeah, and by the way, first and foremost, I am considering getting a haircut. Don't worry about it. I just did catch a cold more or less the day I actually wanted to get an appointment for having my hair cut, and then I was out of business for a couple of days and quite busy the last weekend, so it all took a bit more time. So anyway, you probably are kind of used to my look anyway by now. Yeah, but back to that channel splitting thing, those topic channels. It's now done for a couple of months, I'd say. I did not exactly look up how long. It's not so important. And I got two main problems, if you will. One thing is that right after I split my channels, YouTube imposed a new rule where channels having less than 10,000 views in general can't be monetized anymore. Completely impossible, no other advertising will be shown. And my main channel does have about 7,000 by now. And during the last weeks it got probably 500 views, not at most 200 to 500 something. It's so low that I don't actually look up the numbers or the statistics anymore. It doesn't make sense. It's always about the same. The channels I split together probably did not get more than 100 views yet, so it does not actually matter. But of course, hardly any secondary channels will ever get 10,000 views in the next couple of years, so it will be impossible to ever reach those 10,000s for a main channel. Probably maybe for the main channel, but never for the secondary channels. So I will never, in the next 5 to 10 years, I will not make a single cent from YouTube advertising. That's for sure. Or something would happen. But if I do want to have more visitors, more views, I would have to pay for some marketing campaigns and make my channels well known and so on. I have a general idea about how this works, and this will mean that I first have to spend a couple of hundred Swiss francs in a marketing budget, at least a few hundred if not a few thousand, and this means it will take another 15 to 20 years to get the money back from YouTube. So if I want to get some money, I have to get it somewhere else, that's for sure. It will not come from YouTube or the Google Alphabet company in any day in the near future. That's impossible. Anyway, that does not bother me too much. I was expecting this. I heard it from several YouTubers that they took 3, 5, up to 7 years, even if they joined networks and paid money to networks every month and so on. Even that way they needed many years and they did not make money out of YouTube. So this is just what is to be expected as an artist, or in most of the jobs. After all, you do a lot of work without getting real money for it. So anyway, but talking about the different channels, more or less, I do not feel like system work that YouTube would pick up the topic of the channels and promote them, sort of. The silly channel, which is the comedy channel, might think about renaming to comedy. Maybe that helps, because silly and comedy is not always perceived as being the same. So anyway, this channel is at 0, or at some occasional and purely coincidental views. Even though the short comedy clips I made, when I put them into the main channel here, they worked comparably well. I think they got seen as a nice change every then and when. So they were videos going quite well in the main channel, but now when I put them in a separate channel, there's nothing going on at all there. That doesn't bother me too much. I'm not sure if I will let it continue or if I just abandon it. We will see. Music channel does not work really well. The educational got 1 subscriber, thanks for that. It might pick up some momentum in the next years. So I think that one is okay. Music is okay too, because music is a defined topic. If ever YouTube will be able to pick up topics, they were working at their algorithms, so if they've given enough time, they should get better. But the music channel is not a bad thing. Music is a defined topic, and so is gaming. And speaking about the gaming channel, this one did pick up a bit, because I actually did some marketing in the local Swiss gamer community. I also started to do most of the games, commenting the game videos in Swiss German. I think about or I'm considering, maybe I might talk to the people from Playvezia, who do a sort of a network doing video game streaming in Swiss German here in Switzerland. But at the moment I'm not yet sure, because I'm not sure if I can guarantee some schedule. I wanted to start to do video game streaming every Sunday. Now I had some Sundays filled with other stuff, so it did not work out again. But maybe 1 Sunday a month or something. I will see. But at least I have to say, a gaming channel seems to work decently with YouTube, because after all they started as a gaming community streaming. Well, they did well. Yeah, we can probably say that all of the streaming services started in a way with computer games, and so did YouTube. And this is the topic YouTube can grasp. There's game names. There are special forms to fill in the name of the game and all this stuff. So the automatic system can grab a gaming channel, while it still has a huge problem to grab any other topics, I think. At least that's my impression. So the gaming channel will stay as a separate gaming channel for sure. And the others, I guess I will let them the way they are. I will fill in my videos there, and I will do an announcement video here to tell you that I got something there. I guess I will continue this stuff. Yeah, by the way, right now I'm doing a video and then I'm uploading it. Then I do an announcement on Twitter, I do one on Facebook, I do one on my Facebook private profile and on my Facebook site for my artistic stuff. And then I sure do the announcement on Patreon. Yeah, that's normal. And then often I do some announcement video on this channel too. Then we had 6 action for each video. And after that I normally get 2 or 3 views a week. And no money at all. Yeah, that's how it is. I don't want to complain at all because it's the same for everybody. Sure thing, somebody having 10 million subscribers, they get some more money out of it for about the same thing. They will do the same thing. They have to announce it on Patreon, Instagram, blah, you name it, on every social media page again and again and again, and then they have to put it on their site and on their website and into their blog and so on. But of course they get more back, but they have been doing it the way I do it now for 6 or 7 years before they started to get any money. So it's I can say it's quite a democratic stuff after all. You all start at the low level and you stay at the low level for a long time. Except if you spend an awful lot of money, but first you have to get out and make that money before you can spend it. So in a way it's quite democratic. I can't actually say that somebody got a real better start on YouTube than I did. Exceptions exist, but most of them just did the same as I did, or as I do now. And they had the same problem, that their revenues got cut in half, as did the revenues of YouTube, to be fair, because of the advertisers changing their minds. So everybody suffered. Maybe the creators a little bit more, but we will never know. I'm sure that YouTube as a company suffered a great deal from the whole stuff too. And probably they are so unfriendly or non-responding to complaints about revenues because they had their own revenues cut too, and they don't care about explaining it forever again. Not that I wouldn't say YouTube might be a bit more transparent about what they are wanting to do actually, because after all that stuff will get cut down and you don't get the monetized channels below 10,000 views. That's I did read it in a German tech blog. I did not read it in any official YouTube announcement by now. But it did happen exactly as golem.de told us. So they seem to have quite a good connection to YouTube. And as I pointed out in this video where I explained the whole economic stuff and so on, I do see their problem, and sometimes things are just broken and yeah, nobody can actually fix them anymore. Whatever. As a conclusion, that channel splitting did not work out too well. My numbers dropped to nearly zero anyway, so I can't tell really if the splitting did anything good or bad, because if the level is too low, you can't see any difference anymore. I do have the impression that the gaming channel is doing okay, and I do have the impression that it's probably still not a bad thing to have those topics separated just because it's different audiences and so on. I think I might have reached a few more views on my main channel, bringing it a little bit closer to those 10,000. But that does not change much, because if I have 10,000 views and still get only 2 or 3 views per individual video, I'm entitled to monetize them, and you will get shown some advertising, but I will not get any money, any real money. A few cents a month, and it will take ages until they pay out something. And they still can decide to raise their payout limits or whatever, and then they will not pay out in the next 5 years. So it did not harm me a lot splitting those channels. It did not help a lot, but that's, I would say 50% of it is because splitting the channels is not actually something you have to do, or something that is boosting your business like a bomb. And the other half of it is just that everything I do, my whole YouTube business, is so incredibly small that no change does really have an effect, a huge effect. So if you ask me if you should do some channel splitting or something, I would say you can probably do a gaming channel. That's something you might want to do. If you are a gamer and you're a scientist, maybe you could split it into a scientist channel and a gamer channel. That's probably something that makes sense if you feel like it. But after all, you can wait with splitting the whole stuff, because promotion does not work too well on YouTube right now anyway. And if you have one single channel reaching the 10,000 limit, you still get a little bit more than zero, while if you have 5 channels, each of them below the 10,000 views, you have nothing. So it's probably not worth the work, except if you think you have 2 topics so different that you should actually cater for the different audiences in a very distinct way, which is probably the case if you have 2 businesses, 2 companies, sort of. If you have you can call everything a company. If you just have 2 businesses, let's say it like that. After all, those different channels are called brand channels on YouTube. So YouTube probably expects you to do one for your private stuff and one for your company, and maybe one for an event you are organizing. So sort of something like this. They did not expect you to do it like the way I did it now. But I can call myself number 1, I'm a singer, number 2, I'm a comedian, number 3, I'm a gamer. I could justify it like exactly the same way. I just don't get my 10,000 views ever the way I do. So, to do a conclusion for the conclusion, sorry, I'm a bit talkative today, it seems. If you personally think doing more channels will fit the way you work, do it. But if it does not fit your personality, your way of working, if you just think it's just more work and you hate it, you do not have to do it. I don't think it does have any real impact on your revenues. It probably makes it even worse if you split your audience, and it will not, I think it will not change much if you do it. Yeah. I hope you could follow until now. And thanks a lot for watching. If you feel like following me on the website on the website is C.H.A.B.I.S, C.H.A.B.I, yes, that's the, no, that's the E, no, that the E is the I is the E. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's this problem. So CHABIS.ch, and there you will have a list of my channels. You will have a list to my Patreon page, and so on. And on Patreon, by the way, it's just patreon.com/CHABIS_CH. So I try to keep it sort of in line. Did not work out all the time, but anyway, if you in Swiss German, this is C.H.A.B.I.S, and this means cabbage and rubbish equally. So, thank you for watching for over 20 minutes if you did, and have a great time, and see you next time. Bye.